Okay, students, so some changes are coming next week. I'm just giving you a heads up on them right now. Attendance wise, what's going to be happening is you're going to get attendance one day, one time for the whole week for your teacher, and that's whenever you've completed an assignment. So for me, obviously, I've had a lot of Edulastic assignments for most of my classes, discrete and financial. Obviously, you just take screenshots and send them in. But if you've done one of those assignments during the week, you get marked present for the week. There will be no more daily attendance for any of the classes. Also, so that's one thing for attendance wise. Next, for assignments. Assignments are going to be assigned out for the whole week, at the beginning of the week. They will be due then that Sunday night. Now, that just because they're due Sunday night doesn't mean you should wait till then to do it. So, for example, I have either 2 or 3 tests next week in my classes. The test is either on Thursday or Friday. Well, just because the assignments might not be due till technically Sunday night, well, if you haven't done the assignments, you're not going to do well on the test, are you? So you need to make sure you're still doing the assignments and trying to do them on the normal day that you have them, that you would next have your class, for example, if you want to keep up. But they are not going to be, and this is district wide, it's not just LHS here. We got a video from Dr. Quadrado on this. So, therefore, you could actually technically turn in the assignment after the test, but again, you're not going to be prepared if you're waiting to do them after the test, unless you would also have questions to ask either if you didn't understand something. You need to make sure you're watching the videos. I've said many a times in the emails that as you do the watch the videos, you should be taking notes on them on the spot right there. Okay, because then you can use those to do your assignments. The assignment problems are just like them, or similar. Uh, and thus, if you've written them all down and put all your notes on them every step along the way, if there's a certain step you don't understand, you could simply screenshot that step to me, or put or point to it with your finger, and take a picture of it, and then send it to me and say, I don't understand this step, for example, and I can email you back the question, the answer to that. Or if there were several questions about a particular problem, I'd just probably just create a new problem similar to it and do a video presentation like this, and go ahead and send that out in a video and attach it to Schoology, and or send it both also to your personal email. So there's going to be much more flexibility on assignments now as far as due times are concerned. So for example, if you're in one of my lab classes, you could do, so Math Lab 3 meets 2 times next week. So they could do both the assignments Monday and be done with it for the whole week if they wanted to, because they're open from Monday through Sunday night. You could also end up waiting till Sunday to do both the assignments. It's up to you as far as that. So lab class is a lot more flexible as far as, because you don't have tests in lab classes, so you're not missing something, or you don't have to have them done before a particular test or quiz time like you would in the regular class. So that's an advantage there for the lab students, one way or the other. If you like to get things out of the way done, again, you've only got around 10 problems in your lab assignment. Edulastic problems are all in Edulastic for lab classes. That also means, also, again, if you want to work ahead and get your assignments done. So some people, you might want to, get all your math assignments done for math on Monday, and then you work on your other subjects the rest of the week. Or, and if you don't have a test that week, then it doesn't really matter when you do them, as long as you get them done that week. Okay, what you need to be careful on, though, is if you have a test or quiz that week. You want to make sure your assignments are done ahead of time before the test and quiz, making sure you've watched over the video and the practice, you've done your practice quiz or test. Okay, you've watched the video on the explanation of that, and then you've emailed in any questions. You should also, when you're watching an email on any practice tests, for example, in geometry, you should have all those steps written down on your paper. So when you have that test sent to you, you just got to follow along with the same type of problem that you already have there, and it should be easy. So if you're not getting good grades on it, you're not taking notes, because the problems are just like the ones on the practice test. You already know that. So that's no surprise. It's been like that all year long. Hasn't changed all year, except for now you're at home, so you have open notes open assignments to use during your tests and quizzes, which should make it much easier. Okay, any questions? Go ahead and email me about that, and